Salakia for that, brothers, man. My video shut off. But what I was saying is that the Bible, which is contained with the law, statutes, commandments, is there for us to do right, man. And as you grow in this thing, you're gonna walk in the Spirit, man. The laws are gonna be on your heart and your mind, and you're not gonna have to come to the letter, so forth and so on, because it's gonna be there. I mean, don't get me wrong, that you're still gonna have to read. You're gonna have to, remember, refresh yourself, things of that nature. But that's the whole purpose of it, man. All right. There's a scripture. I'll bring it up. I believe it's in Galatians, where it talks about how in the old times that faith wasn't there, basically, But I'm gonna keep reading. It says, 1 Timothy 1 and 9. It says, knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man, but for the lawless and disobedient, for the ungodly, and for sinners, for unholy and profane, for murderers of fathers and murderers of mothers, for manslayers, for whoremongers, for them that defile themselves with mankind, for manstealers, for liars, for perjured persons, and if there be any other thing that is contrary to sound doctrine, according to the glorious gospel of the blessed power which was committed to my trust. So the law is there to judge, man, to guide you into righteousness. All right, to have not everlasting life here on this side of the earth, on this side, but to have a long life, man. So that's what the law is there for, man. Is to keep you, in that straight path, and not to turn from it to the left and to the right. Which the left and right is to your destruction. These people, they love that. They want to be preach, smooth things, and they don't want the law. They don't want Yahweh Shai. They don't want Yahweh. They want to do their own thing, man. All right, and that's not the right way of thinking. Okay. Let me go to the book Romans 7. See, I'm driving, man. I'm trying to focus, and at the same time look up these scriptures. All right. This is Romans 7 and 12. Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy, and just and good. You see? So I don't know what's so bad about the law, statutes, commandments with these individuals, man. I mean, when I analyze it, and I hear these people, it's because really they're wicked. All right, they want to do according to their own will. They want to fulfill their own lust. Justify themselves. Self-righteous individual people, man. They think they're holy, but really they're wicked as fuck, man. They ain't being guided by they're being guided by their own flesh, man. They ain't depending on the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Because even a precept, when you look up the word precept, it means commandment. Synonymous with the word scripture. So all these verses, these scriptures are commands, man. They don't want to follow this word, man. They just want to honor the Lord with their mouth and their lips, acting like they're somebody. And like the scriptures say, knowledge puffeth up. But he don't know what he ought to know, man. You self-proclaimed Christians are full of shit, man. Y'all are wicked. And yeah, I use cuss words. You know what I'm saying? Though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge. Okay? So the law is good to one because it's going to show him what he ought to do. You know, there's many scriptures where Paul was saying that, man. The one I wanted to bring out is in Galatians. Let's see here. I think it might be Galatians 5. If you brothers bear with me. Let's see. I don't know if it's in Galatians. But you know what? Let me go ahead and bring out this one in Matthew chapter 5. Says Matthew 5:17, think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. To fulfill what? The prophecy of him, what he was going to do. Alright? For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, and shall teach man so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. You see? So, you got to teach these commandments, man, from the least to the greatest of the commandments. You know? People want to say, oh yeah, there is a 10 commandments. We got all the commandments, you know? Like eating pork. You know, that may be considered the least of the commandments, but you know what? The Lord said that you shall be least in the kingdom of heaven. Alright? So it's important, man. You can't take away what you want and add what you want, man. Or you'll be found a liar, and that's where the law is gonna fucking judge you, man. Which ultimately is Yahweh Shai. Alright? Which Yahweh has given him that power, that authority to do that. Because Yahweh Shai is vice regent. Alright, second in command. Alright, because whatever Yahweh Shai does, his father sanctions that. He allows that to happen. And vice versa. They're at one agreement, man. Alright. I'm gonna go from there to James chapter 2. Chapter 2. I'm going to start at verse 17. It says, even so faith, if it hath not works, is dead, being alone. You see, so faith is not enough. Because that's basically like you just honoring the Lord with your lips. You know? You're just claiming it. But then, alright, well, what are you doing to show that you truly have faith in the Lord? You know? So it says, even so faith, if it hath not works, is dead, being alone. Yea, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. You see? So you have to work, man. You have to apply yourself, apply this knowledge, which is able to make one wise, that's what wisdom means, man. The application of knowledge. So you have to apply these scriptures into your daily life, man. You know? Verse 19. Thou believest that there is one God, thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble. But what thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead. You see? So you gotta have your works, man. You gotta follow the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. You gotta follow whithersoever the Lamb goes, man. Alright? Yahweh Shai never said he did away with the law, statutes, commandments. Alright? He followed all the laws, man. Perfectly. And he still was put to death unjustly and received the crown of life And we're supposed to follow the same footsteps. All right. Real quick, I'm gonna go from here to Matthew 23. Start at verse 1. Then spake Yahushua to the multitude and to his disciples, saying, the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. All therefore whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do. But do not ye after their works, for they say and do not. You see? So the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat, man. So they were distributors of the law. All right, because Moses was a Levite. All right. So the Pharisees, more or less, more likely, if they were sitting in that seat, they were Levites, and they were bidding the people what they should observe and do. But Yahushua said, but do ye not after their works, for they say and do not. Meaning they're hypocrites. You know? So you have to observe what the law says, man. You have to rehearse the righteous acts to the best of your ability. All right? Salakia, brothers. Let me find another scripture. This is Romans 2:12. For as many as have sinned without law shall also perish without law. And as many as have sinned in the law shall be judged by the law. So either way, you're going to die, man. You're going to be judged. All right? You're going to die without law. I mean that you did the things that were contrary to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And ultimately, the end result is your life. All right? And as many have sinned in the law shall be judged by the law. For not the hearers of the law are just before Yahweh, but the doers of the law shall be justified. You see? So you got to be a doer, man. You have to work. All right? It's not just about believing and just living a peaceful and quiet life, and you know, your wife is happy as hell, and you know, you give her everything you want, and, you know, you don't have nightmares, you're not being troubled or plagued, and you know, with different ailments or, you know, things of that nature. You know, there's a price to pay when you come into this thing, man. You're gonna catch hell, temptation, manifold temptations. Okay. It says, verse 14, for when the Gentiles, which have not the law, do by nature the thing contained in the law, these have not the law, are a law unto themselves, which show the works of the law written in their hearts, their conscience also bearing witness, and their thoughts the meanwhile accusing or else excusing one another. See, and that's what the law is there for, man. The Spirit is there to accuse or excuse. You know, tell you, hey, you're doing good, that's fine. You know, go ahead and do that, or you're going off. All right. Verse 16. In the day when Yahweh shall judge the secrets of men by Yahweh HaMashiach according to my gospel, behold, thou art called a Jew, and restest in the law, and makest thy boast of God, and knowest his will, and approvest the things that are more excellent, being instructed out of the law, and art confident that thou thyself art a guide of the blind, a light of them which are in darkness. You see, because we have to have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and be able to guide somebody. You know, if you don't have the necessary tools, you know, the instructions on how to maneuver or how to bypass certain situations, or you're gonna misguide people, man. You know, you gotta show them the law, statutes, commandments. You gotta show them the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, the true names, and who is salvation for. All right, and you know, you gotta have all this knowledge. You can't be ignorant in a small or great matter. All right, so we have to have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. Verse 19, it says, and art confident that thou thyself art a guide of the blind, a light of them which are in darkness, an instructor of the foolish, a teacher of babes, which has the form of knowledge and of the truth in the law. See, it says, Thou therefore, which teaches another,